Can they hear me? They can? Yeah? Kind of, yeah. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Hello, duelists. It's your boy, you know who it is. I'm with the legendary Brady Brink on a casting couch. This isn't the first time this has happened, I guess. Oops, that was weird. Okay, so I guess we're watching some Yu-Gi-Oh! Sorry, Brady was taking a picture. Yeah, so we're watching some Yu-Gi-Oh! Okay, it's hottest player in the game right now versus Ben Leverett. Also a hot player right now. So I guess it's Monarch versus Burning Abyss. I don't know what turn this is. I wish we had a turn counter. But it looks like your boy Jacob Phinney is very well established. And got a nice looking shirt on. Man, it does not look like Ben has opened very well as so look Brady. His board is Eddie Eidos, and that's it. So yeah, so that doesn't look too promising, especially given the fact that it's Jake's turn. Hey, what's in his hand? By his hand, I mean Ben's hand. 2 spells? Yeah, that shows you how bad my vision is. So looks like Ben is just waiting for a Monarch. Always fun. And did Jake pass? Yeah, alright. Well. No, I guess not. Oh, no. So we're in battle phase. Alright, so now, okay, so now I'm caught up. I'm up to speed. Okay. Yeah, it is the audition couch. Like I said, not the first time. Ooh, wait, okay, so we're not in battle phase. We are... What's happening? Wait, why is that banished? Oh, Farfa? Okay, so he Farfa, then he Stormforth, Ithers. So he uses the Beatrice that hasn't been used. Okay, attributing Eidos and the Beatrice that was just made. Alright, this makes sense. Ooh. Brady, he did the play with Terratops, except he did it with Edia. So he just had Edia and Eidos out, and rather than summon a Monarch, he instead just, I guess, set Stormforth. Right, that's how you play it. You summon Aether on their turn, Erebus on your turn. That's how you play Monarch. Oh, really? Oh, yeah. You play around everything. I'm pretty sure Jake isn't playing hand traps in his Burning Abyss deck. Oh, we got to trigger Seer too. Okay, are you? Alright. Once I get caught up, I can start making a lot of memes and jokes, but I just want to figure out what's happening 100% in this game so I could offer perspective. Even if it's not very good perspective, it's perspective nonetheless. So, okay, Jake activates Boots and Cloak. No. Guess just Boot. What? Oh, this? It's a casting couch. Yeah, that's the camera. Brady. So, okay. How many Beatrice? Let's see. Fan that graveyard out. Okay, 1. Yeah, so you can make a 3rd Beatrice right here, which doesn't seem bad. And depending on how many targets he plays is extra, whether it be 2 Pilgrim, 1 Pilgrim. So, hey Brady. Let's say, oh, he's Virgil too. That's nice. So okay, if you were trying to, you'd make sure to kill the Aether that was special summoned, right? Right. So he's probably just going to ram. Huh? Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. And I think, yeah, and then I think after that, because he has Pantheism engraved, he can slam the other Beatrice, summon Virgil, and spin back the Pantheism. Okay, so instead he'll just leave the other Beatrice in defense. I just don't really like that he has Pantheism in his graveyard. I hate when they have that. Yeah, I guess so. So he loses the Erebus instead. So he... Oh, but he has anti-spell, so I guess it... Oh, no, but he gets back... I don't know. Okay. So he had to have killed... He had to have killed the one that isn't bouncing back. There's no way. Yeah, okay. Alright, so this play makes sense. So now we pass back to Ben, who has Pantheism, but doesn't Jake have anti-spell? He does, right? That's what he has. Oh, yeah. He said he would come over here. That's what he said. Free Tyree from the bathroom, etc. Okay, so... No, I think registration's open now. It just Tyree was working on his deck list. Probably. If you want. Well, that'd be, yeah. You want me to? Okay. Okay, so there's anti-spell, yeah. I lost my partner. Oh, you haven't lost yet.
I have to wait for my next thing.
Oh.
This looks more interesting than the hour-long Monarch.
It was a BA mirror or a Monarch mirror? Yeah, no, we're just watching Jake Phinney, hottest player in the game right now, flipping anti-spell. Flipping the curry. It's hot. Makes sense.
Boston will get me.
Word. We got a new member on the casting couch. So now it has become a card chat casting couch. With the sole proprietor.
He's got anti-spell face up.
And
-1. That card is so bad against Monarchs. Back from ARG Life 2.
All right. We got Desmond Darnell in the building, who says anti-spell is so bad versus Monarch. So I'll bite, Desmond. In this situation.
-1. Anti-spell, chain swing to hit the other two. I win.
Well, what does he do? What does he do right here? What does Ben do right here? What does Ben do right here? I'm saying, what does he do right here? How does he? What does he do right here? So now. Yeah, he has Prime in his hand, and his Erebus in graveyard, but he has no other spells. He has a Fogblade set, so he gets the Aether back, and then on his turn he banishes for Aether, and then Jake Fogblades. Yeah. Wait. Yeah, okay. Oh no, I already gave you, remember? The 100? Yeah, but I thought it was 70.
Oh, he's only taking off that.
If that's possible. Or okay, so you fog blade that, right? Yep.
So Ben is left with one in hand. So
Yeah.
is he gonna discard to get the bust? Did he Pantheism this turn?
Yeah, to banish, yeah. He also used Erebus this turn to get the Aether back, which he used Force to Fog Blade here.
So, oh, I gotta go.
Yeah.
All right, well, I'm gonna go play my match.
All right, that's big spoof with the card chaps out. I like big spoof. I like that.
You can have your turn on the casting couch.
All right, I like the casting couch. The casting couch is getting hot. Hey,
I got a second round body.
Am I so?
My round 2 opponent just left the venue.
Am I supposed to be able to hear you?
Not yet.
No, like when you talking to this?
Nope, you can't.
Gotcha. So I have to like.
Couldn't when I
Right, because yeah, okay. So we got the legendary.
Oh, I can hear you.
Oh, really? I
Yeah.
can't hear you.
All right, well.
Hey, Trevor.
Hey, Trevor. Well, I can hear him but he can't hear me. You're probably turned off right now. Turned off then?
Oh,
How does that?
all right, sad.
I can't hear him, I can hear him, but he can't hear me.
Okay, we're just troubleshooting over here. But anyway, we got my esteemed colleague on the couch. Do this. You got it. Okay. I heard.
Yeah.
I try now.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
All right,
yeah.
so
Okay.
we're back.
All right, we're back.
I'm Ryan Levine. I'm back once again. My round 2 opponent in the Players Championship left the venue
Oh.
or something. So I got a bye for round 2.
Love when that happens.
So yeah.
So you came just in time because
was that game 1?
yeah. So
All right,
Ben
who won
Leverett
game
is seen conceding to hot player in the game,
Jacob
Phinney.
Phinney?
Jacob Phinney.
Jacob Phinney.
That's the one.
All right.
Find him on champ. Find him on champ rank. Find him on champ trade. Yeah. So Ben's playing the Edia deck.
The
That's what I'm gonna
deck?
call it. Yeah,
all
with
right.
the 3 Edia, 3
Yeah.
Idos.
Yep.
And,
And two Garnet with Brilliant Fusion.
I think so. I didn't see any. I mean, I see Brilliant Fusion.
I think
so. I would
so.
assume.
I saw the match between Ben and Chris last round, which is featured, and I think they both they seem to be drawing a lot of Ideas. So I guess that makes sense. They're both playing. They would draw 2 a lot. So I guess that
Really?
makes sense. They're both playing 3 copies. That
Right,
makes sense. And
right.
they both drew Garnet a lot, so I guess they're both playing 2 copies of Garnet.
Probably.
So
That'd make a lot of sense. What do you think? How do you feel? How do you feel about that?
I'm trying to Lazuli this for today, the Players Championship.
Okay.
And that's going to be the most results based I will ever be in my life. It's
Yeah.
what I play tomorrow will be dependent on how I do today, which
Got
is
it.
never how you're supposed to do anything.
Absolutely not, Ryan. Absolutely
decide how
not.
decks work. But
For shame.
but today that's what I will be doing. Oh, Ben won game 1? I wasn't here, so I don't know.
Oh.
I thought you said Jake won game 1.
I thought Jake won game 1.
I wasn't looking.
I'm
I wasn't
actually
here.
just puzzled.
I wasn't here.
I feel like an ARG commentator that is not Trevor Tibbetts.
Okay.
and
Well, I wasn't
giving
here,
the wrong result.
So not my fault.
Right. No, that's totally mine.
Okay.
Actually, literally mine.
I guess we're gonna figure out.
Yeah.
I think whoever goes first will probably determine who lost the
Right.
last round.
Yeah,
or
yeah.
last game. So we'll see.
we can
how it
verify.
goes.
Man, that's embarrassing.
It's fine. Anyway.
Yeah, of course. All right, let's see. I mean, I don't know. Yeah. So, what do you think about Edia?
I think it's good. I think Edia is a good card if it resolves. But
Right.
then there are a lot of problems where I think that when basically Fiendish Chain is searchable in one of the most common decks that you'll play against in the current format, I think going second, Adea struggles against Fogblade. It struggles against Beatrice. They can just send Alec in response to Adea, and then they get to negate Eidos.
Right.
It struggles against Dark Lady, against Cosmo. I think it is very good in the mirror, when getting banished spells is a lot more important, and when getting 2 tribute summons in the same turn is a lot more important, which you get to do like after your first Adea summon. So I think it is they want an edge in the mirror, and they're less worried about the other matchups.
Right.
Which is, if that's how they feel, that's how they feel.
Yeah, apparently it worked out here. So.
Yes.
Yeah, I think especially in the mirror, there's not much interaction as far as
like effect negation. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, I agree.
So
the exception to that, I think, would be game 2 effect veilers. Fairly common. You see, as
I feel like it's very prevalent.
I guess since Jake is going first, he must have won, or he must have lost game 1.
Right.
So Jake is now searching Phoenix Chain, and now if Ben opens one of his 3 Adeas, it will not be very good.
Correct.
So I guess that's basically how I feel about Adea. Is like if your opponent opens with Strike, Fogblade, Beatrice, like those are like every card Jake has can stop Adea, and stopping Adea, unfortunately, usually means the end of your turn.
Right.
Because it uses your normal summon.
I would think so. I'm actually inclined to agree. Even if you have, say, like Stormforth, Ether in your hand to like respond to that after like they just freeze your turn.
Yeah.
I feel like it's just not. Yeah.
I do not know what Ben set. I could not see his whole hand. I see he has a prime in his hand. That's all I can really see.
I can see a garnet in his hand.
I can see a garnet in his hand. Maybe he drew both garnets.
Right.
So
that'd be
weird.
That'd be pretty. Yeah. Weird.
I don't know.
Jake on his turn 1 set. Strike along with Fogblade.
I think Jake is in a really good position this game. Obviously, like when you go Dante Beatrice and then you search a trap card, and then you set 2 traps, and your opponent responds with set 2 back row, set a monster past turn. Like you're obviously in a very good position.
Even if not though, I think and a lot of I think the Phantom Knights have always been very up for debate in the Burning Abyss decks. And I think this showcases.
I think the debate is coming to an end. I think it's the general consensus is that they're pretty good now.
I think they're significantly better.
But I agree that for quite a while it was there was a debate.
Yeah, and it was almost unnecessary in the sense that it would turn all monster hands into hands with trap cards.
Yes.
It would make.
I just think the fact that it lets you search trap cards with You get to make a Dante answer to trap card with the same card. Like if there was a Burning Abyss, if Kagna searched Fire Lake, immediately, immediately, maybe we would be seeing Fire Lake. And I think that's kind of what the Phantom Knights do for you is they give you an engine which, they say monsters beat traps because at the end of the day a trap can't attack for game, but Phantom Knights are things that attack for game and give you trap cards.
Precisely.
So.
Boots with its whopping 200 attack.
Well, you use 2 boots and then you make a big guy. You use
right. Exactly.
glove and boot to make a big guy.
Yeah. So this is lethal right here. Oh, he said Eidos.
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
So this is 75 into Barbar.
Ben's hand was very weak. Ben, I believe, had Eidos, Garnet, Return, and Prime and 2 dead spells.
Right.
It wasn't.
So this is something I wanted to mention last game. I guess I never got really a chance to because Ben's overwhelming turn turned into set a monster, set 2 back row.
Yes.
But I did want to explain that I think a lot of people are debated or on the fence about Solemn Strike or a card like Solemn Strike versus Monarch because of its interaction or lack thereof with Return of the Monarchs. And I think that's so as you saw, Jake kept Solemn Strike in going first. I think that's less so to hit Edea necessarily. I think you leave. I think obviously it hits Edea, but I think you leave Solemn Strike in against Monarch because it prevents the Monarch player from playing on your turn, which I think is, if not entirely, I think it's half the most lethal part of the Monarch deck. I think that's half the reason it's so good is that it can exchange with you and interact with you on your turn. Almost even better than a Cosmo deck with summoning of Dark Destroyers and Mojos and Call the Haunted.
Yeah, I would agree that as I played Monarch for the past few events, and I would agree that whenever I reveal Aether in my hand, my opponent strikes it, I cry a little bit on the inside.
Right, especially because you set your turn up, or generally or at least when I was noticing setting my turns up, I would have maybe 1 spell or 2 spells in order to banish for either, like it'd be like the tenacity or whatever. And if they hit that, then I can't use the other one because then I don't have another spell to pull or like banish as cost. So I think strike is. I'm curious to see if he kept it in going second, but I think strike is a very, very good card against Monarch, and I think it's very, very underrated.
And I would say that it certainly doesn't hurt when your opponent is playing 3 copies of Adea.
Right. Oh, absolutely not. Just to add
to keep it in strike.
Right. Just to add more to the appeal.
Yeah.
So here's Brilliant Fusion coming down. I've never really or been a fan. As many people know, I've never been a fan of this card in the Monarch deck, strictly because I've never really been a fan of Edea, and I think it relates almost to. I don't know if you play Hearthstone at all, but
I do. I dabble.
for those who dabble with Hearthstone, like me and Ryan, it reminds me a lot of Gadgetzan Auctioneer and Miracle Rogue, where supposedly if you play the card and a bunch of spells, if you play the card and a bunch of spells, you're supposed to win. That doesn't always happen. You don't win every time you see Gadgetzan Auctioneer, otherwise it'd be the best deck. That being said, you will, without a doubt, in that deck lose every time Gadgetzan Auctioneer's near the bottom or at the bottom of your deck if you see it awfully late. And I think Brilliant Fusion runs along in the same vein where, if you don't see Brilliant Fusion because you're playing so many cards to facilitate it, such as Garnet, even to an extent Edea, because you're forced to play Ido, so you're playing a lot of this disjointed almost fodder. I believe firmly that if you don't see Brilliant Fusion, because you're playing so many of these almost like brick-like cards, you probably won't win. And if you do see Brilliant Fusion, you won't 100% win every single time, I think. I don't know how you feel about that, because I know you're playing two Lazuli along with the Brilliant
okay. I think the thing about Brilliant with Jax Knight and Lazuli is it adds more utility to the card, which, Brilliant Fusion is obviously, if you just send a Dea, if you've already used Pantheism, then you get back Pantheism, and it's, insane. If you just have to rob Brilliant Fusion as, the first action of your turn, and you don't play Jax Knight, it gives you a double summon, and it gives you tribute fodder. What the dimension that I think Jax Knight adds to it is it gives you not only tribute fodder and a double summon, it also gives you a tribute monster. So I think at that point, the card does so much. It serves so many functions that I'm more inclined to play it. And that's sort of a counterpoint to when you said you're then forced to play things like, that was unfortunate.
That was actually something I was going to talk about in a second.
Yeah, it was Flying Sea. That was unfortunate.
But also, I was going to ask you, your ratio on Kuraz, because I feel I don't know if it drew him into the Flying Sea, but
I played 3 Kuraz.
Right. But I think for a while, a lot of people were playing one or two. They're playing
1 or 2. Yeah. Right. I think that Kuraz is such a great card.
Absolutely.
If you have it in your opening hand, it can put you up. Especially when you play things like Brilliant Fusion and other continuous spells to just keep drawing you into everything. So basically, I think clearly Ben disagrees with your analysis of Brilliant force you to play disjointed cards like Adea and Eidos, because he's willingly playing 3 Adea and several Eidos. So they think that card is good enough to play, and Brilliant Fusion is just kind of the bonus. I think I am kind of in agreement with I think Adea, if Brilliant Fusion got banned, I don't even know if I play Monarch, but I don't think I would play Adea. I think I would find something else. I think one of the big reasons why I'm still playing Adea is because of its interaction with Brilliant Fusion. So, it's definitely I'm not sure which is correct. I do not believe in player preference. I do not think that player preference is a thing that it's strictly you can play this or this. It doesn't matter. It definitely matters. There are advantages and disadvantages to every card, and it's up to us to as players to figure out which card we believe will give us the biggest advantages with the fewest disadvantages. Cut one card from another. What gives us the fewest disadvantages and what gives us